Greetings. Definitely would like to have a conversation with you concerning your present life and what is your path to God. What means are you using to connect yourself with the infinite intelligence? Let us be interactive. I'm waiting on you guys to join this live with me. Let us have a conversation and let us speak about how we as a people have been affected by the path we choose in life, and from what angle or aspect we choose to see life from. And I'm speaking as one who was born and raised under a regime that has been set up by oppressors to keep the masses oppressed, to keep the masses being delusional. And that is why in 2025, I'm asking you this question. What is your path to God? Which path are you using? And when I say path, I'm speaking about P-A-T-H. You see, many of us were forced to have a certain belief system. And I really want to shed light on that belief system that was forced upon us, and how we can free ourselves from what was forced upon us systematically. 2025, you have to break free from those limiting beliefs. In 2025, you must break free from every form of mental slavery. Because if by 2025 you do not realize that there are systems set up to keep you blind and to keep you ignorant in ignorance, if you cannot see the systems that have been put in place to keep you in ignorance, then you will still be taking the old path towards discovering your higher self, and you will never get any experience. And you will continue doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting to get a different result. And you will not get the result because you're taking the wrong path. And religion has been the main catalyst that have been used to point us to look in the wrong path or the wrong direction in life. If you're gonna find the right direction in life, and your life gonna be one of splendor, if your life gonna be one that gonna produce and bring forth in abundance, then you must have a glimpse of the light. The light is the intelligence that is within you, that wants to lead you and guide you. But when you were still a little child, they point you in a direction to keep you blinded. They point you in a direction to keep you limited. They point you in a direction to keep you dumb. For example, when you were a little child growing up, your imagination was so vivid. You had your imaginary friends. You had your imaginary wealth and abundance. And you were vibrating at that very young age under the guidance and leadership of your imagination. And that was the most joyous time of your life. The happiest time of a child's life is within the first 7 years. And within those first 7 years of your life, you are receiving your program. And so whatever program you receive in your formative years, that is what you've been formatted with. That is why it is so hard to free people from destructive mindsets that is not benefiting them. For example, there are millions, if not billions of people all around the world who have been doing the same thing over and over and over again. Every Saturday, every Sunday. They've been finding themselves in a social club. And they've been looking for change in their life. And still, they can't find any change. Yet they continue with the program. Why? Because that program has been shaped in their subconscious mind since they were a little child. And so you grew up and you meet your parents bowing down to an idol. A blonde hair, blue eye idol. They have pictures of that idol. And they continue to worship that idol. Yet they believe that they're going to get the results that they desire in life. Then, there was 2020 to 2022. And these same people who had this kind of belief that someone going to come from the outside to save them, that someone going to come from the outside to deliver them, those who had the belief that they was on the right path, these are the people who were trapped in mortgages and loans. And they had to give their shoulder to be inoculated. Because why? They were pointed into the wrong direction. They believe that religion is the path to God. But I'm saying to you, the path to God is within you. You have to go within yourself to be able to fix your life. You have to go within yourself to know that you are the cause of everything that is happening in your life. You have to go within yourself to prove that there's no man that's going to come from the sky to save you. There's no man that's going to come from the sky to deliver you. You have to go within yourself to know that you are the Lord and Master of your destiny. You have to go within yourself to know that you can appropriate your life whichever way you want it to be. But of course, you have to have knowledge concerning energy, vibration, and frequency. So many people right now are being distracted with what is happening in the world. And all these things are happening in the world to distract you is to lead you on a different frequency that is not leading you to find your higher self. That is why they are leading you on a frequency to look outwardly. So you have people like Trump who's been put there to distract you. Then they had a war And they start that war in the heart of the pandemic. So from one distraction, they move to another distraction to distract you from knowing who you are, while they keep the masses looking in the wrong path for their higher self, for their true self. But I'm saying to you, my brother and my sisters, you have to go within to know the truth, because you are the truth. You have to go within to find the way, because you are the way. You have to go within to find the life, because you are that life. And that life that is within you can be transmuted into all different forms. That life that is within you could be transformed into money, into aeroplanes, into vehicles, into the internet. And until you realize that this is the power that they are all using, you wouldn't realize that you're wasting time on this planet looking for a man to come from the sky. You're wasting time looking for someone to come to save you, when you have the saving power within you. Do you realize that the aeroplane, it was first a thought in someone's mind? Do you realize that money, it was first a thought in someone's mind? And do you realize that it doesn't matter how religious and superstitious you are, money is still the medium of exchange? Therefore, you have to find that part of you that is money. And that part of you that is money is the energetic and magnetic part of you. You see, they don't want you to know how magnetic and energetic you are. So they give you a fake energy. The fake energy they give you is an outside savior. The energy of doubt and fear, guilt and shame, is where they point you to look on the outside, never within. So there are three systems that they set up to keep you focusing on the outside. First, at a very young age, they give you a school system, a school program, which is an institutional prison, that they imprison you and imprison your mind from a very, very, very young age. And so they rape your mind from a very young age. For example, when you go up in the Caribbean, in the morning, they have you saying prayers to an idol. In the afternoon, you say prayers to the idol 2 times. When you're coming out to get lunch and when you go back in from lunch. And then in the evening, when you're about to go home, they have you saying praise also to an idol. All of that is a program. And then when you go home, your parents, who have been also been programmed, they put you on that same program. And so you go to bed feeling like a wretched sinner in need of a savior. You go to bed feeling limited. You go to bed with self-doubt and self-hate. You go to bed with guilt and shame. And you wake up with that same thing and you repeat it over and over and over and over and over. And it passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. And not until you awake that you would realize it. I've been living for so many years on this planet and living among my people and never understand where they were until I awake. And when I awake, they say I am a crazy man. They say I lost my mind. But I come to realize that it is based on the mindset that was formulated in their formative years. So you have to sympathize and you have to understand the program to help your brothers and your sisters. So, my brother and my sisters, the book that was used to program you to think that way, it was used to make you believe that you are to be religious and superstitious on this planet when you are actually a spirit and you're just having a human experience. But they make you believe that you are a human trying to be spiritual. And once you think and act that way, you are robbing yourself. You are belittling yourself. And you're wasting your life on this planet. Could you believe that there are billions of people around this world who are actually living dead? They're living their life, but they're dead. They're dead while they are alive because they do not know who they are. And when you do not know who you are, you will not be able to create life based on your terms. And what do I mean by that? Let me explain. Okay? Every book that has been written on this planet, it was for us a thought. It was for us an idea in someone's mind. But do you believe that there are billions of people all around the world who are reading a book and do not believe that book to be a book of mind science? Because they do not think far enough to know that it comes from the mind of people. So when they talk about God, the mind of God is the mouth. The mouth of God is the mind of man. And the mind of man is the mouth of God. That is why you have to take control of your mind, as someone else will take control of your mind for you. That is why I'm saying religion is not the path to God. Self-realization is the path. And the reason why self-realization is the path, it is because you're born in this world in a state of amnesia, which is a state of forgetfulness. Okay, so you forget who you are. Because the only how we can have this human experience, you have to die to have an exodus. So when you die in the spirit world, that's how you cross over into this physical world. That is why if you're going to leave this physical world to go into the spiritual world, you have to die. But while you are here, you can die to your ego self. Die to this man, this flesh man, because this is not you. Never identify yourself with this, because you are not this. This is the house where you reside. But your true essence is invisible. And that is why you have to live from the invisible world to reflect the visible world. That's how everything comes into this world. So the aeroplane was first a thought in someone's mind. The telephone was first a thought in someone's mind. The automobile was first a thought in someone's mind. So everything is mental. Everything is psychological. Okay, so we're living in a mental construct. So not until you realize that your mind is your greatest possession, that you will understand that systems have been set up to keep your mind in prison. And you have to free yourself from the prison of your mind. That is why you have to change your belief system. By understanding the systems that have been set up to keep you blind. The systems that have been set up to keep you dumb. Do you realize that there are millions of people all around the world who believe that they have to get a degree to make more money when money is energy? Money is a flowing, living energy. And once you understand the psychology of money, you'll be able to attract it into your reality. And you will no longer live in mental slavery. Because most people are living their life in mental slavery. Because they fail to understand that thoughts create reality. For as a man thinks, so is he. So my message to you, my brother and my sisters, is that religion is not the path. Religion is a distraction. Religion is a program to keep you limited. Religion is a program to keep you in the five senses, to live at the level of the animals. So those who vibrate on a higher frequency, they put themselves in a place where they could live above you, and you live as if you're living in a human zoo, because you chop yourself to this body, because you live all of your life looking outwardly instead of you looking inwardly. So my brothers and my sisters, I'm encouraging you to focus your energy inwardly. Use your imagination daily, because it's only imagination that creates reality. There's only one power in this world. There isn't two power. There's only one power. But it's how you use the power. You could use the power to hurt, or you could use the power to heal. But it's how you use the power. Okay? There's no one that is greater than you in this world, because there's only one power. There's no president, no prime minister, or anyone who's more powerful than you. We all have the same power. But it's how you use the power. So basically, the rich man, the poor man, the beggar man, the thief is one mind. But just different arrangement of that same mind. But you can rearrange your mind. Yeah, you can rearrange your mind. So you can break the paradigm. You can get out of the box. You can get out of the prison. Okay? By shifting your mind. You shift your mind, you're going to shift reality. That's the power you have. Okay, so use the power. Don't waste time on this planet. Use the power. The power has been given to you, so you can use it. That is why you've been given a choice. For example, there are so much people right now that they're in church, listening to some preacher, casting some spell over their life, telling them that they're not good, and they need a savior to save them. When, in truth and in fact, a word is a thought expressed. Everything a preacher would say to you is the expression of a thought. Everything a politician would say to you is the expression of a thought. Therefore, I'm saying to you, learn to think for yourself. That's why I'm saying to you, practice meditation daily. And when you practice meditation daily and you learn to calm your mind down and you go within, you'll be able to activate in you that infinite intelligence, that power that can give you anything that you desire in this world. So my brother, my sister, you have nothing to lose in loving yourself and believing in yourself and embracing yourself. And know that you are money, because you are a mass of energy, and money is energy. So my brother, my sisters, you're born in this world rich. Everyone who born in this world, you're born in this world rich, because you're born with your will. You're born with your perception. You're born with your reasoning. You're born with your memory. You're born with your intuition. You're born with your imagination. Use it. All poverty is poverty of imagination. It's a lack of thinking. They keep you so busy that you don't get time to think. How many people find a quiet place every day so they could think and exercise their mind? It's only when you start to learn to quiet your mind and you learn to concentrate and you learn to focus, that is the only time you would realize that you are the master of your destiny. That's the only time that you would realize that it is your own thoughts that creates your reality and creates your personality. That's the only time you would realize that we become what we think about most of the time. How do you spend your time? What do you spend your time doing? What do you spend your time listening to? So my brother and my sisters, just as you feed your body with food to grow and to live, So too you have to feed your mind with the right thoughts. Okay? So whatsoever you desire in this life, I would encourage you to feed your mind with that thoughts. Because wherever your attention go, energy would flow. So if you want energy to flow in a certain area, you concentrate on that area. Focus on that area. And it will become your reality. Okay? You just have to be patient and understand the law of gestation. Everything has a time and everything has a season. So my brother and my sisters, whatsoever you desire in 2025, write it down. Make sure that you be specific, be detailed, and you affirm it. Morning, noon, and night. Repetition is key. As a matter of fact, repetition is what they use to program you in the school system. Repetition is what they use to program you with the political system. Repetition is what they use to program you with the religious system too. So you use repetition also to free you by you programming your subconscious mind when you repeat these things with feeling and emotion. When you do that, what you're doing, you're activating your solar plexus, the place of life, the place of light, the seat of your existence. And whenever the solar plexus is activated, that is like the sun rising in the morning to bring life to everything. So when you do that, by practicing mindful breathing, deep breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, affirmations, and all of these other things, okay, and your solar plexus is activated, it would send that signal to your subconscious, and your subconscious would release it through the brain, which is a transmitter and a receiver frequency. And then you will understand that your words will not return unto you void, but you must accomplish that which you send it to and prosper anything where to you send it. Then you will know that you are a magician. Then you will know that you are the healer. Then you would know that you are the savior. Then you would know that it's all about you. The book of mind science is all about you. It's not a religious book. Okay? So don't try to save the world. Try to save yourself first. Okay? That is why you've been told, man, know thyself. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I can go on and on and on. But I just want to use these few words of encouragement to encourage you and to motivate you to become the best version of yourself, to learn to believe in yourself and to love yourself and to embrace yourself. Because I know the change that I experienced in my life when I start to love myself, when I start to believe in myself, when I start to embrace myself, when I get rid of the limiting beliefs, when I got rid of the religious beliefs and so on. Then when I had my awakening experience, then everything was made known to me. And I know that everything will be made known to you if you would only start with self. So start now by loving and believing in yourself. Also, before I come to a close, I want to say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying, if it really makes sense to you and it really resonates with you, let me know. Also, if there are any subject you would like me to speak on, I will definitely encourage you to comment, because I like to do more of these live. And also, if you like to do a one-on-one with me, you can book a one-on-one with me on an app named Fatia, or you can reach out to me by way of email and we can set up that one-on-one on whatever platform you like to set up that one-on-one. Also, if you haven't gotten any of my books, I'll definitely encourage you to get my books. The links are down below. You can get How to Turn Water into Wine, How to Open the Floodgates of Abundance, Your Mood is Your Fortune, Meditate, Eradicate Poverty, and much more. Okay? Also, my journals are there. Also, my gratitude journals that you can use and journal your life. But my brother, my sister, I want to continue this kind of interaction with you. I want to continue to serve you, and I would like to get your response and things you would like me to speak on. Okay? So it was really a joy and a pleasure reaching out to you, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have tuned in and who have made this possible. Because if you do not have anyone to listen to you, you would feel a certain way. But even if you doesn't have anyone, you still have to spread the message, because you're doing it from the love of your heart. So my brother, my sister, when I discovered self-realization, I saw all of the lies. Okay, that's why I've been always teaching. I will continue to teach until the day I leave this planet. That true salvation is self-realization, and that the Son parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the Son. For without the Son, there's no life, and there's no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And we'll continue to teach man that they would have deceived us and make us believe in a S-O-N over the S-U-N. But no S-O-N could be born unless therefore be the S-U-N. Okay, so the sun is the light of the world, and many people are out of alignment with the sun. That's why many people are broke, poor, miserable, and many people find themselves in mental slavery, and many people find themselves, battling so much because they are out of alignment with the sun. All the animals and plants, they are in alignment with the sun, which means they're in alignment with their true self, their God self, their God essence. But we who have mind and speech, we've been brainwashed from a little child through the school system, the political system, and the religious system. But you're big enough now. Okay, when you was a child, you think like a child, you act like a child. But now you become a man, you put away all those childish things and act like a man. Real men learn to love and believe in themselves. So that is my encouragement to you. And I want to thank you very much. And I'll definitely see you in another live. But do not forget to drop your comment. If you would like to recommend a topic for me to speak on, let it be made known, so we all can work together and grow together. It is time for us to wake up, so we can wake up our other brothers and sisters, especially our brothers and sisters in Africa. It's time for us to work together to save Africa from all the thieves and robbers and oppressors. Okay? Yeah, I have a WhatsApp number. By now, I use my WhatsApp number basically for clients. Okay, but you can reach me on email, so you can reach out to me by sending me an email. Okay. Thank you, Tina. Yes, we must quiet the mind. It's life changing. Of course, everything is mental. All is mind. Unless you change your mind, you'll never be able to change your life. Doesn't matter how much church you want to go, or how many preachers you want to listen to, how many charismatic people you want to listen to. Unless you change your mind, you will never be able to change your life. Okay, don't make no one fool. It doesn't matter how good someone could sing a so-called gospel music, or how much they could touch you, or how emotional you could get. It doesn't matter how much hair stick up in your head when you hear T.D. Jakes or you hear somebody preach. That doesn't mean shit. Unless you change your mind, unless you do the work, nothing is going to happen to you. It doesn't matter how much you go on your knees and bruise your knees. You still have to face the bills of Caesar. You still have to face your oppressors. You can't reason with your oppressors. There's nothing you could do to change your oppressors. The only thing you could do is change yourself. And you can only change yourself by changing your mind. Change your thinking. That's it. Change your thinking. So if you have a religious and superstitious thinking, I'm saying to you, change them now before it's too late. Don't waste your life. Make use of your life. Everything that you're searching for is within you. So as I come to a close, I just want to remind you that religion is not the path to God. The path to God is true self-realization. The path to God is within you. Start by loving yourself, believing in yourself, and embrace in yourself, and win in the game of life. So with that, Mr. My brother and my sister, I really, really, really want to thank you very much. I'll see you another time. Peace.